It's so beautiful.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Ebony, here at Color Beautiful. And yes, I'm coming to you with no makeup on. No makeup. Okay? Well, I kind of drew in a little bit of eyebrow. Just a little bit. Just so I could look, I won't look too much like an alien. But yeah, this is my skin, you guys. Do you see what has happened? This is what my skin looks like with no foundation. Recently, I had like some eruptions, some terrible, like adult acne. I've never had acne when I was young or anything, but all of a sudden I'm starting to get these little pimples. Well, not little, but pimples. And my skin is really sensitive to scarring, so I get these dark marks here. And as you know, I have hyperpigmentation around here, so you see the little dark spots, and that's just how my skin is. But if you can see, I'm just speckled up with all kind of marks because my skin just, I don't know, it's like it went into shock and just decided to just erupt. So that's what's up. But the purpose of this video today is finally the Black Opal Stick Foundation tutorial / review. Oh, I am in love with this foundation. I have more pros than cons, but I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I bought this from a beauty supply store probably about 20 minutes away because they don't have it in my area. I live in an area that doesn't cater too much to the colored beauty. Well, not too much, but you can find some things, so I shouldn't say that completely. But so yeah, it was like, I think it was $9.95 for the stick, and I also bought the concealer. Okay, the color I'm using is called Nutmeg. If you can see that, trust me, it's called Nutmeg. This is what it looks like. You get a lot of product for $10, and I've been using this puppy, so I've used quite a bit of it. Alright, and let's see, how many grams is in here? 14.2 grams. A lot more than you get from a lot of other foundation sticks out there. Okay, so this is considered a drugstore brand, and yeah, you can find it at Rite Aid's, Walgreens, I don't know, depending on where you live, they sell them in the drugstores. Where I am, they don't have them in the drugstore, so I have to go 20 minutes to get it. The color of the concealer I got, which is in like a lipstick tube like this, is called Honey, and I think it's the second to the lightest one. Okay, so let's just get started and make a transformation. So I'm going to use a primer. I'm going to use the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. A lot of you have been asking me about this, okay? And there are several videos on YouTube about it. I'm telling you guys, this is very, very similar to the Smashbox primer. The ingredients are almost identical. If not identical, they're almost identical. Okay, this is not vaginal cream. This is a powder gel that helps for chafing. Just because the company is Monistat does not mean that it's, for the private parts. So it works very well as a primer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And I'm putting it on just to help my makeup to glide a little bit better, and because it has a tendency to crease, because this is Black Opal and it is a cream stick. So it can kind of crease in here sometimes. So I pretty much just focus right here. Okay, so I'm going to take my stick, and all I'm going to do is swipe it on my face. Erin at Scandalous Beauty did a look with this the other day, or maybe about a week or so ago, I'm not sure. But that's it, just like 2 swipes here, a couple swipes up there. However you want to swipe it. You don't have to swipe it the very same way I do. Okay? So now you have your choice of what foundation brush you want to use. Sometimes I use a foundation brush like this, which is a typical flat rounded foundation brush, synthetic fibers, okay? And or you can use a brush like this. This is the Sigma SS109 brush. I'm going to do a review on this probably after this video. But I use this as well, just like the MAC 109. Alright, so today I guess I'm going to use this brush, okay? And I'll do this one another time. But I'm just going to use a regular foundation brush because most of you may only have a regular foundation brush. So I have the product on my face. I'm just going to spray my face with something similar to Fix Plus. And just take my brush and brush it. Blend it out. Now, as you can see, with all those swipes, that was still not full coverage. This stuff blends into the skin very, very well. Okay. Now, I'm going to add a little more because I want just a little bit more coverage. As you know, I have these little problems on my skin. So I'm going to take it, add just a little bit more down here because that's the part I care about most, is this area. Alright, right in there. Again, I'm going to spray my face and blend. Alright, so I have it all blended in, and now I'm going to just add some concealer. I add my concealer after the foundation because, you know, most of the time well, not most of the time, but sometimes your foundation can cover whatever you're trying to conceal. Okay, so to avoid putting on too much concealer, I put on my foundation first, and then I add my concealer. Now, I'm not going to conceal these marks. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really concerned with that little bit of black mark showing through because I still want to look kind of natural, you know, but just a little bit more even. So I'm just going to take the concealer, and I'd like to put it under here just to brighten up my eyes and my face a little bit, and I always go lighter with the concealer under here. Okay, so I just go ahead and put some under there however you want, but mainly in this type of shape. Mainly in that type of shape because that's the area we are trying to brighten. Okay. Alright, so what I use to buff in my concealer is a brush like this. This is an Eco Tools brush. It's a fluffy brush, like a crease brush or a 224. Take a brush like that to buff it out. It buffs concealer out very, very nicely. Okay, so you can also use a concealer brush. You don't have to use this. Okay, so I'm just going in circles right underneath my eye. Okay, and just blending that concealer out. We don't want it to be just a big old white patch either. You know what I'm saying? Where it just looks like, oh my God, why are you just glowing under your eyes like that? You know, you don't want it to be like that. So just blend that out. So there you go. That's the foundation. And you see, the coverage is pretty decent. I like it. I like it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it transfers. Okay, so to set my foundation, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Natural. This also has the shimmer side. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use an Eco Tools brush. A little fluffy brush, really nice. Kind of like a mineral brush. Okay, and just go ahead and get that on. And to set the concealer under my eyes, I'm going to use a different powder, a translucent powder like this, okay, because it disappears kind of. So I just set it under my eyes because I don't want to lose the brightness under my eyes. So if I put the same color powder that I used on my face to set, it's just going to look darker under my eyes. You know, it's like, what's the point? And I just want it to brighten me up a bit under there. Okay. So, alright, so that's it. That's what I do with my black Opal stick foundation and concealer. And as you can see, it came together. Alright, came together pretty good. The before and after is significant, don't you think? Alright, so overall, I really love it. They have a whole bunch of colors. You can get it, if they don't have it in your drugstore, you can get it at ebonyline.com. You can just do a Google search for Black Opal Stick Foundation, and you'll find other vendors who sell it if you can't find it in a retail store in your area. You shouldn't pay more than $9 for it. At least I wouldn't, because some people sell it for $7.95, $8.95, $9.95. So anywhere between there. Excellent, excellent, excellent foundation. A lot of makeup artists, famous makeup artists, use Black Opal. Okay, so don't be fooled, you guys. You can get a very nice look with this foundation. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you coming back. I promise you I have another video coming up, so stay tuned.